Capital gains taxes are not going away. In fact, there's a real possibility they'll increase. For suitable investors with meaningful wealth in taxable accounts, waiting to make a plan to diversify concentrated or appreciated stock, offload real estate, or sell a business can cost hundreds of thousands or even millions over time. Tax-aware investing isn't a fad. It's the present and it's the future. If you've ever felt stuck watching your tax bill climb, scared to diversify or sell your assets, and unsure how to move forward, there are strategies that can help, and you might be a right fit for them. Hi, I'm Hilary Hendershott, CFP and founder of Hendershott Wealth Management. Today, I'm going to talk to you about our tax-forward suite of services, ultra tax-efficient wealth management, and help you assess whether or not the strategies inside this offer could benefit you. If you've been following this video series, you now understand the mechanics behind the keystone offering inside UTEWM, the tax-aware long-short strategy we offer via AQR's Flex SMA, and how the strategy uses carefully constructed overlays to generate consistent tax advantages. You've learned what financial leverage is and what makes it low risk or high risk, why market-neutral strategies are different than risky bets, and how thoughtful design can help you reduce capital gains taxes while staying fully invested. If you haven't watched the first 6 videos in this series yet, make sure you go back and start at video 1. In this final video, we're going to bring together everything we've covered so far and connect the dots to why it matters and why it matters now. Because here's the truth. Smart, ethical tax planning allows you to keep more of your money without needing to take unnecessary risk or compromise your growth. The tax alpha we've talked about achieving isn't just about returns. It's about freedom. It's about choices. It's about keeping more of what you earn so you can use your wealth to create the life you actually want. So in this final video, let's zoom out. Let's talk about who this strategy is really for and what it makes possible. For many high net worth investors, taxes are your largest lifetime expense. And for decades, the default strategy has been to pay them when they're due and move on. But for every dollar paid in taxes, that's one less dollar compounding for future growth. And it's one less dollar you'll ever get to spend. It's painful when you think about it. Of course, investors had limited options for mitigating those tax bills. And in fact, I've witnessed people who are eager to avoid taxes make some seriously questionable financial moves in the name of tax efficiency. From risky alternative investments and exchange or swap funds to the alphabet soup of potentially disallowable trusts like CRATs, CRUTs, GRATs, and IDGTs, the list goes on. To their credit, they've just been taking advantage of the frankly underwhelming set of tools that have been available to them. But what it's really doing is introducing unnecessary complexity, potentially risking an audit, and by no means contributing to a positive impact on their financial future. But what if you could do better than that? What if you could diversify a concentrated stock position without a 7-figure tax bill? What if you could sell your primary residence, a business, or other illiquid assets without the capital gains taxes erasing years of growth? What if you could spend freely in retirement, fund your kids' future, or give to causes you care about without wondering how much you'll owe at tax time or spending down your portfolio? And what if you could do it all without compromising your core portfolio and introducing unnecessary risk? That's what we make possible with the strategies in our ultra tax efficient wealth management suite of services. Not through sleight of hand or hiding from the IRS, but through intelligent planning, advanced tools, and proactive wealth management. Ultra tax efficient wealth management is not a single product. It's an integrated, multi-layered suite of services. Think of it like the financial equivalent of a specialized team of doctors working on a complex diagnosis, proactively working across disciplines to customize a plan to keep your wealth strong, flexible, and protected from unnecessary tax erosion. Here's a very simplified summary of what we do within UTEWM. We offer annual tax letters and tax return reviews to look for costly errors and keep your tax team aligned. We offer smart asset location, so each investment is placed in the most tax-efficient account. We offer tax-aware investment selection, including ETFs, tax-managed mutual funds, and ongoing tax loss harvesting. We offer equity compensation and IPO planning to reduce taxes and increase value on stock-based compensation, as well as a contribution strategy to help you max out every legal opportunity to defer taxable income and reduce taxes now. While we use UTEWM strategies for all of our clients, in many of the cases we've seen, the Flex SMA tax-aware long-short strategy that we've based this series on is the most powerful strategy available for suitable investors who are intentional about minimizing capital gains taxes and maximizing their wealth. You've worked hard. You've made smart decisions. You've taken some risks that paid off. Now you want to protect and preserve the wealth you've built, not just for yourself, but for your family and your legacy. You want clarity, efficiency, and elegance, not unnecessary cost and complexity. You want to work with a team that gets it, that understands your goals, sees the full picture, and has the tools and discipline to help you grow what you've built. To be a suitable investor for Flex SMA, you have $1.25 million or more in taxable assets. You've accumulated or expect to have significant capital gains, whether that's in your portfolio, your real estate, business equity, or company stock. And you're looking for ways to reduce your tax bill without taking unnecessary risk. So if that's you or someone you know, keep watching, because this is a conversation you want to be a part of. Capital gains taxes are not going away. In fact, there's a real possibility they'll increase. For suitable investors with meaningful wealth in taxable accounts, waiting to make a plan to diversify concentrated or appreciated stock, offload real estate, or sell a business can cost hundreds of thousands or even millions over time. Tax-aware investing isn't a fad. It's the present and it's the future. It's what makes it possible for an investor with a $12 million concentrated stock portfolio to diversify their holdings in just 2 years without the $4 million tax bill. It's what allows for a retired couple to save $1.6 million in taxes during retirement and direct that money to their kids rather than the IRS. It's what allows for a 38-year-old startup employee to take her $9 million IPO windfall, defer paying capital gains taxes on it, and turn it into $20 million by age 65. And more generally, it's what allows you to keep your options open, stay flexible in uncertain markets, and confidently say yes to the life you're working so hard to create. Our ultra-tax efficient wealth management offer, including Flex SMA, is not a product. It's a philosophy. It's a suite of services working in harmony. And for many affluent investors, the Flex SMA is one of its most impactful tools. The earlier you start increasing your tax efficiency, the more you can save, not just in compounding dollars, but in stress, limitations, and lost opportunities. At Hendershott Wealth Management, our goal is simple: to help you keep more of your money and use it in ways that matter, because we want you to thrive. You've built your wealth with intention. Let's manage it that way too. Over the past 25 years, I've seen how fear of taxes quietly drives financial decisions, and I'd never encountered a truly effective long-term tax mitigation strategy until recently with Flex. What I had seen was people contorting their lives around avoiding paying capital gains taxes at the cost of their quality of life. I've watched people accumulate $10, $20 million appreciated stock portfolios, delay succession plans in business, or hold on to property they no longer want, only to feel stuck. They don't want to sell, even if it's the best move for their life, because they're terrified of the tax bill. They end up with no clear exit plan and miss out on the freedom their wealth should provide. That's not tax strategy, that's tax avoidance. And it has always felt out of alignment to me. If you're going to have a $20 million portfolio, you should be living like royalty. And with the right strategy, your money can support your vision without fear, without waste, and without regret. If you're ready to see how the strategies inside our ultra tax efficient wealth management suite of services can help you keep more of what you've earned, and whether the Flex SMA long short strategy belongs in your wealth plan, head to hendershottwealth.com/contact. You'll get paired with one of our lead advisors for a complimentary discover call, up to 45 minutes long. We'll take a look at your financial picture, help you assess your current tax drag, and figure out if implementing a tax-aware long-short strategy is a smart next step for you. If it's not, we'll point you in the right direction. But if it is, it could make a 7 or even 8-figure difference over your lifetime. Either way, you'll walk away from our call with clarity, insight, and a better understanding of how to make your wealth work harder and smarter for you. Thanks for joining me for this series, and thank yourself for taking your financial future seriously, because smart money decisions don't just build generational wealth, they create lifelong freedom.